Okay, let's get to some magic. Yeah, we should all aim at the sky is the limit, he said. I think that's very inspiring. I need to tell you about the startup competition while they are getting the stage ready. We have 3 candidates who will present a little later. We have Fleur Pellerin, Minister of New Technology, who is here and will also participate in the startup competition. And I love to change things a little last minute, which my team enjoys. But if you were here at the opening, I told you about this app that I really like, which is just created, called Mindy. And Mindy is going to demo here as well in about 20 minutes. So it's a very interesting app where you create little videos and they get together in a very, very fast way. So very interesting. So we'll get a demo of that, and they're very hot. So let's see if Marco Tempest is ready. Marco, are you ready? Marco, I'm so glad you came back.
How are you doing? Hello.
Because this guy is like the most busy ever, right? So Marco is a magician, he's an amazing friend of LeWeb, and I'm so happy you're here. You did this at TED, you did this in Davos. You are pushing the limits always.
I'm super happy to be back.
Are you ready?
LeWeb. I'm ready, yes.
Because I changed things a little, so.
All right.
Great. Well, Marco.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. So, I work with digital technology and new media, and I'd like to start my presentation with a demonstration of augmented reality. The visuals you're about to see are not pre-recorded. They are live and reacting to me in real time. So keep your eyes on the big screen, and let's get started. Augmented reality is the melding of computer-generated images and the real world. It is the perfect medium to investigate magic and ask why in a technological age we continue to have this magical sense of wonder. Magic is deception, but it is a deception we enjoy. To enjoy being deceived, an audience must first suspend its disbelief. It was the poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge who first suggested this receptive state of mind.
I try to convey a semblance of truth in my writing, to produce for these shadows of the imagination a willing suspension of disbelief that, for a moment, constitutes poetic faith.
This faith in the fictional is essential for any kind of theatrical experience. Without it, a script is just words. Augmented reality, just the latest technology. And sleight of hand, just an artful demonstration of dexterity. We are all very good at suspending our disbelief. We do it every day while reading novels, watching television, or going to the movies. We willingly enter fictional worlds where we cheer our heroes or cry for friends we never had. Without this ability, there is no magic. It was Jean-Robert Houdin, France's greatest illusionist, who first recognized the role of the magician as a storyteller. He said something I posted on the wall of my studio.
A conjurer is not a juggler. He is an actor playing the part of a magician.
Which means magic is theater, and every trick is a story. The tricks of magic follow the archetypes of narrative fiction. They are tales of creation and loss, death and resurrection, and obstacles that must be overcome. Now, many of them are intensely dramatic. Magicians play with fire and steel, defy the fury of the buzzsaw, dare to catch a bullet, or attempt a deadly escape. But audiences don't come to see the magician die. They come to see him live, because the best stories always have a happy ending. The tricks of magic have one special element. They are stories with a twist. Now, Edward de Bono argued that our brains are pattern matching machines. He said that magicians deliberately exploit the way their audiences think.
Stage magic relies almost wholly on the momentum error. The audience is led to make assumptions or elaborations that are perfectly reasonable, but do not, in fact, match what is being done in front of them.
In that respect, magic tricks are like jokes. Jokes lead us down a path to an expected destination. But when the scenario we have imagined suddenly flips into something entirely unexpected, we laugh. The same thing happens when people watch magic tricks. The finale defies logic, gives new insights into the problem, and audiences express their amazement with laughter. It's fun to be fooled. Now, one of the key qualities of all stories is that they're made to be shared. We feel compelled to tell them. When I do a trick at a party, that person will immediately pull their friend over and ask me to do it again. They want to share the experience. That makes my job more difficult, because if I want to surprise them, I need to tell a story that starts the same but ends differently. A trick with a twist on a twist. Keeps me busy. Now, experts believe that stories go beyond their capacity for keeping us entertained. We think in narrative structures. We connect events and emotions and instinctively transform them into a sequence that can be easily understood. It's a uniquely human achievement. We all want to share our stories, whether it is the trick we saw at the party, the bad day at the office, or the beautiful sunset we saw on vacation. Today, thanks to technology, we can share those stories as never before. By email, Facebook, blogs, tweets, the tools of social networking. These are the digital campfires around which the audience gathers to hear our story. We turn facts into simile and metaphor and even fantasy. We polish the rough edges of our lives so that they feel whole. Our stories make us the people we are, and sometimes the people we want to be. They give us our identity and a sense of community. And if the story is a good one, it might even make us smile. Thank you. Thank you. The author Roald Dahl said, "Those who don't believe in magic will never find it," and that the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. I think every magician can relate to this. Magic is a craft built on secrets, and we look for them in the most improbable locations. It's about taking the everyday and finding within it the possibility of illusion. We take the things you're most familiar with: a cup, a ball, a handkerchief, a rabbit, a human being, and we do something impossible with it. Because we are always looking for the magic, we develop a different way of looking at the world. We are obsessively curious. I cannot go into a hardware store without spending hours picking up those blister-packed items off the rack and wondering what else I could do with them. Now, I'm not interested in hammering nails or sawing wood, and I have no idea what these items would do in the real world. But I can see endless possibilities for them in the magic world. It's something magicians have in common with hackers. We can't help but look beyond the ordinary function of an object to discover its hidden attributes. For magicians, the world is like the Matrix, where surface familiarity hides a far more interesting domain, where objects and ideas can be twisted, morphed, manipulated to accomplish things they were never designed to do. This undermining of audience expectation is how magicians design tricks. It's how ladies are sawn in half, elephants made to disappear, and bullets caught between the teeth. The ways in which reality can be sabotaged to produce an unexpected illusion are the secrets of magic. Now, many of the things that were considered magic hundreds of years ago are still considered magic today. That's why the classics of magic are still being performed. The cut and restored rope, the Chinese linking rings. Those age-old tricks defy the fundamental laws of nature, and those laws do not change. Now, it's possible that one day science will make self-healing ropes or metal rings that can pass through each other. Science will make real what once was considered magic, which is why magicians must always stay ahead of the reality curve. So to me, magic is about making possible today what science will make a reality tomorrow. We prototype the future. Now, more than a century ago, stage magicians showed their audiences things that were impossible at that time. Robots, wireless power, computers, interactive screens. What once was considered magic is now a reality. Today we have devices in our lives that would have been considered magical not too many years ago. The mobile phone, the internet. The question is, how does the magician add a layer of illusion to an object that has already magical properties of its own? So with that in mind, I created these. You've probably all heard of Google's Project Glass. It's new technology. When you look through them, you see the world augmented with data. Name of places, monuments, buildings. Maybe one day even the names of the people that pass us on the street. So these are my illusion glasses. They're not Google Glass, exactly. Thank you, Google, for not getting me into the developers program early on. So to demonstrate this, all I need is a playing card. Any card will do. And let's mark it. So we recognize it when we see it again, just like this. And let's put it somewhere in the deck, just like this. OK. And let's start up the system.
System ready. Acquiring image.
For those of you who don't play cards, a deck of cards is made up of 4 different suits. There's hearts, clubs, diamonds, and spades. Cards are amongst the oldest of symbols and have been interpreted in many different ways. Some say that the 4 suits represent the 4 seasons. There's spring, summer, fall, and winter.
My favorite season is winter.
Mine too. Winter is like magic. It involves visual wonder, drastic change, and a delicate balance between its physical states. In each of the 4 suits, there's a total of 13 cards.
Each card represents a phase of the 13 lunar cycles.
So over here is low tide. Then over here we have high tide. And in the middle, of course, is the moon.
The moon is one of the most potent symbols of magic.
What? Thank you. There are 2 colors in a deck of cards. There's the color red and the color black, representing the constant change from day to night.
Marco, I did not know you could do that.
Well, yeah, thank you. Well, in a complete deck of cards, there are 52 cards representing the 52 weeks of the year.
If you total all the spots on a deck of cards, the result is 365.
365, that's the number of days we have between each of our birthdays. So let's make a wish.
Don't tell or it won't come true.
As a matter of fact, it was on my 6th birthday that I received my first deck of cards. And ever since that day, I traveled around the world entertaining boys and girls, men and women, husbands and wives, even kings and queens.
And who are these?
Ah, mischief makers, watch. Hey, wake up.
Whoa!
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let me see what you got.
Presenting my
Be careful. But today, of course, I'm performing for a different kind of audience.
Signed card detected.
Now, sometimes people ask me to perform magic. Do you just work from 9 till 5? Of course not. Magic is a 24/7 job. I don't literally mean 24 hours, 7 days a week. 24/7 would be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it does take practice. Now, other people will say, well, magic, that must be the work of some evil, supernatural force. To this, I just say, no, no. Okay, in German, it's 9-9. Magic isn't really that intense. I have to warn you, though, if you ever play with somebody who deals cards like this, don't play for money.
Why not? That's a very good hand. The odds of getting it are 4,165 to 1.
True, but I think my hand is better. I guess we beat the odds.
I think you got your birthday wish.
And that leaves me with the last and most important card of all. And unlike anything you've just seen, virtual or not, this
Signed card detected.
is without a question the real thing. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
That was incredible.
Thanks.
So what's your news? What is your, why do you do this?
So I'm always excited with new technologies as they become available and they fascinate all of us. And I think doing magic with them is an excellent way to take the conversation out of maybe just labs of technologists and have a wider discussion about augmented reality or robots or flying machines or things which are intrinsically magical, but also will have a big impact on the trajectory of where we're going.
How do you get your ideas? How do you get inspired to do amazing things like that? You created all of that. Like,
yeah,
I cannot buy this, right?
No, but I don't work alone, so I work a lot with open source. So we try to create these contraptions. I work with programmers, designers, engineers, composers. And if we find useful pieces, then we try to share them in open source and make them available. I recently got incredibly lucky. I got invited to the MIT Media Lab. I'm a director's fellow there. So I have a little bit of, Joey invited me there. So I have access to students and faculty. And so I hope we're helping each other.
And you have this conference of magicians that you do, right? Which is virtual or real or both?
So yeah, we did a virtual conference for magicians. We invited 33 magicians from around the world in a purpose-built TV facility and made it available online to literally thousands of magicians who could participate and learn and share and collaborate about magic.
This is so great. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me thank Marco Tempest again. You're going to be back, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Marco.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Marco.